Hello, my amazing Librans. Welcome into your mid-February 2025 Money and Career Tarot reading. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing out there. But two things before we jump into your tarot cards, your reading. I do want to say, first and foremost, if the sound is lacking exceptional quality, I do apologize in advance because I traveled a bit to get to this park, forgot my microphone, and I just don't feel like going back. But second thing to mention, I do want to apologize for being a bit late posting this reading for you, getting it out there into the universe. I've been sick and struggling and healing and whatnot, but so given that it's being posted later than normal, it obviously is meant to be applicable and utilized for the remainder of this month, but it may as well be speaking upon a bit before, a week or so before I posted this reading or you're viewing it. So with that said and done, let's jump into your cards. In the last attempt to begin your reading, the Ace of Pentacles made its way onto the ground. I picked it up, and then we spoke upon a new investment of importance coming to be for a lot. It could be a new job, a new work opportunity of some sort, or more so to be labeled as a career opportunity. But they're saying that this is a time where you're receiving exactly what you need, but also a bit of what you want, if that makes sense. I find that somebody's gaining a new place to live to be sparked in the near future, say the beginning of March or April. But I also find that this could be a time for some to land upon an ideal car, a new car to invest in, right? Even if it's pre-owned. But I want to say that your success in the remainder of February feels very important for the future of some aspect, if not the entirety of your career path, maybe even your financial path. Obviously the two, connect to each other, and one can definitely lead to another. But it feels like things are flowing in for you quite nicely. We haven't even pulled any tarot, but yeah, things are flowing in for you quite nicely, as they're saying this is on one level due to you being an advanced magical manifester and even a co-creator with spirit. 2, there are gifts from spirit coming through. 3, your hard work is paying off from the past and currently. And you can't help but feel more intelligent at this time. You can't help but feel more talented than ever. It's because I find that recently you've been going through what would be described as a level up, okay, in regards to your field, in regards to a talent. You might even find that Spirit's saying, think about it for a second, feel it for a second. Okay, you're accurate in regards to whatever ends up being otherwise. But that talent for you, that skill set or two, has been enhanced. It's grown recently. Now it's time to advance whatever that ends up assisting you with, right? As I feel for a lot, that could be a situation where you assist others, kind of like I do here. Obviously, that doesn't have to be through anything close to tarot or even spiritual, but you get the point. Moving on to your first card out of the tarot deck, the Queen of Wands, because Libra, this is a time where you can't help but feel the passion that you have for what's at hand is impeccable. It's important, it's necessary. It even feels like there's a temporary situation that you wish to leave behind in the future, or you even know you're going to leave behind in the future. Again, it's temporary. And you're passionate in regards to that. And it feels like Spirit's saying, well, watch that passion churn into golden, fiery success. It almost feels like there's a sass about you at certain points. There's a flow about you. There's a confidence about you when you're doing what you do, as you do it really well. People are finding that they're more and more impressed with you as the days proceed on, because you just do what you do with such advancement, experience, for a lot of which, like myself, you have significant experience in regards to what you're doing. But for some, it even is this sort of beginner's, very spiritually connected kind of luck and way of going about things and succeeding with it, because that's just the way things are meant to be, more so for you at this point along your path, if that makes sense. So they're reminding you, with that said and done, don't ever question whether or not you should jump into something new. As long as your intuition rings true to it, tells you it's going to be the best choice, because it feels like there is going to be beginner success at this point with new endeavors, new situations, commitments. Your past does not speak upon this. But the Three of Cups, because I really find that this is a time where you're celebrating, you're connecting with others quite nicely. The number 3 is significant. And I'm hearing 1111, 1111 was how it came through. As I do find that this is a time where at least one significant wish fulfillment is coming through for you, tying into money and or career. But it just feels like you're better trusting how things are proceeding and changing, coming and going for you. You know, I personally just was guided to find out that yet again I'm needing to make another move of residence. What else is new along my path? You know, if I had a buck for every time I had to move to a new place of residence or chose to, I probably wouldn't need to be working. I know that's dramatic and obviously not completely true, but that's how I feel at this point. Anyways, so I stumbled upon this moment that gave me this understanding, if you will, this clarity. And instead of like in the past, even the last move of residence, I started to kind of freak out a little bit, you know, panicking, wanting it to continue. And then even shortly after that, it was proven to be the right choice. That it was like protection, right? Redirection being protection. And I know the story is going on quite long, but this time I just decided to be like, you know what? It's for the best. For this reason and that reason, and even what I'm not fully seeing at this time, that obviously spirit is. So I'm getting ready for the next one. You know what I mean? And everything happens for a reason. But yeah, you're trusting things a bit more, okay? There are moments throughout the remainder of February, Libra, where you're feeling torn in different directions. You're needing to, micromanage yourself is what I'm getting. You're needing to be diligent and discerning and on top of your game, keep the motivation alive to the best of your ability. But there's a need to multitask. There's a need to prioritize. Maybe that's on paper or on your computer or your phone. But absolutely, either way, I find there's moments of prioritizing and even adjusting, shuffling around that priority list within your mind. But there's something about your mind that's standing out in the crowd at a distance and up close. If you're on social media for work matters, or simply to make money, which, you know, definitely could be considered as a work matter too, you're doing really well. There's something about you just flowing with what comes out. They're saying at this time especially, again, if that's the case, if you're out in the public eye on social media, the non-rehearsed, more organic, just kind of how it comes to be sort of content is where it's at for you. You know, thinking about if I was to rehearse these readings to a T, that wouldn't be the right way to go, right? It could be on another platform, of course. It could be, you know, something more just you and your personal day-to-day life, like a vlog. But they're saying, keep it organic, keep it natural, just flow with what comes out. It may even give you some goofy or stumbling upon imperfect moments that add to it more than rehearsing and being perfect would add to it, if that makes sense. You may even miss something if you don't go about it in the way that I'm recommending. The Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there's more than one situation growing for you quite nicely. And I find there's also a focus on savings going up quite nicely. If you haven't been saving and you now are, give yourself the credit you deserve. You will have enough. Trust that. As I do find this is a time of new money to come in, both expected and unexpected. And at times you're going to feel like, okay, this is probably going to be around this much coming in, and then there's more. There are other points where you're thinking, this amount's coming in, and obviously you know you're going to be correct in regards to that, right? You were gained previous knowledge in regards to that. But the King of Swords, because again, I think we mentioned that you're going to be feeling more intelligent, more intuitive, more talented. People are trusting you. People are liking what you have to offer, what you're bringing to the table, and Spirit's saying, well done. Other people are thinking, how in the hell are you doing this so well? I recently, this past week, received partially the best numbers that we're so forcefully pushed to maintain in a high expecting kind of way. for my serving job, if I didn't say it already. And I had the main number of which had the best out of all the servers. And so there's something about you being on top of your game and just doing things easily. I find your past experience are playing into it. My sales experience is coming in handy for me at this time, and you might even find for a lot that specifically is helping you as well somehow, if not multiple ways. But there's also points where Spirit's saying slow it down. Slow it down. But going back to the Knight of Pentacles, at this time, slow and steady wins the race. When speaking, when accomplishing, when getting to the point, you may not find it's always your doing, whether it's energy, expectations playing into it, spirit playing into it. Your own approach is where the control lies, right? Taking a step back or separating yourself from the moment or the accomplishment, the achievements, for a hot second is going to help you at certain points, all right? Rushing is going to maybe lead to a lack of quality, but in your past, naturally, at certain points, you've created some sloppiness, some messiness, again, a lack of quality, obstacles, more work for yourself, okay? But I'm hearing the word majestic and magician. All right. There's something about a mandala for you. If you think about a mandala on the outside of this box, or I could just show you the back of the tarot cards, more visually appealing. If you can see that, a mandala builds from the center out, okay? And there's something about this being applicable for a situation for you, maybe a work of art for you, but it's also kind of giving me the message of a foundation of importance working to your advantage, one building block, one piece after another, one accomplishment after another, as things build up and work out for you more than ever. If you were to take a look at, I actually don't want you to, if you were to look back at some of the first readings I've done on this channel, wow, I've come a long way. I was so stiff and so general and questioning myself and even forcing it to an extent. And so it's sometimes trial and error and experiences and putting in the work consistently, or at least mostly, is where it's at. I find your evidence of this. A couple more, because we've only really pulled 2 cards. A lot from a little, but may feel like more than what you created and developed, if that makes sense. It's almost this feeling of, say, I was to record a short reading, but it felt like a lot of energy because of everyone tuning into it, because of the spirits adding to it, the importance of the message, and then it goes viral. You know what I mean? And I get a lot more out, and other people get a lot more out of this short content versus a longer one. It's kind of the message coming through. But the 7 of Wands, because there are times where you need to protect your energy at work, at home, out about shopping, migrating to this and that involving work and or money matters. Protect your Libran energy. It's valuable. But I'm also feeling that with a lot coming towards you, reminds you that as somebody who's meant for more success now and more moving forward, it was meant for more than what's been at hand. It entails a lot coming towards you, a lot of expectation, a lot of workload, you name it, a lot of commitment. But they're also saying that your value, your worth in one, if not multiple situations, feels like 2 at most, is definitely increasing. While if you're about to leave a situation in the near future, I find that somebody, if not a couple different people, will regret it. If it's not soon, it's going to be in the near future. That's for one, if not multiple reasons, varying from case to case. But beginning to wrap up this reading, they're saying that there's strength in regards to you creating, okay, in regards to what you're creating. You'll be feeling stronger, and that will be coming through your work and your interactions, your commitments. But they're saying have patience as things grow and prosper for you. Have patience in regards to the imperfections of whatever is at hand, money and career-wise, for you at this time. As they are saying, where the restrictions have been in place for you, watch the flow and the receiving take place for you more than ever. This is a time, my friend, to receive. It's a time to succeed. And it's a time for this Libran energy to be on the up and up. All right. So those are the messages I have for you for mid-February. I hope they were truly helpful. As always, I am sending you so much love and light. Bye, Libra.